Hello, my name is Art Keys, and today we are going to be learning about how to solve quadratic equations by taking the square root. So let's write that down as the title. Make sure to take notes. One sec here. Yeah, we'll just write that symbol. So, few things that you need to know. So, the square root, which can also be written like this, is actually a number that when multiplied by itself, or we can call that squared, or to the second power, is equal to another number. So, basically, in many occasions, x squared. If we want to find the square root of x squared, we can use this symbol to signify the square root. Now, the square root of x squared, by definition, is indeed x. But, however, if we were to say that x squared equals, let's say, 16, we need to find the numbers that would equal 16 when multiplied together. So if we take the square root of this to find out what x equals, the square root of 16 is 4. 4 times 4 would equal 16. But we also have to take into consideration when taking numbers like this, that -4 times -4 would equal 16 as well. So that's when the absolute value comes in. Now the absolute value is a number's distance from 0 on a number line. So, absolute value, we can write it by doing this, putting two lines around a number or a letter. So this is what an absolute value looks like. Now, the absolute value, oh, sorry, I got a little bit of a cold. The absolute value of 4 would be 4, because it would be 4 digits away from the 0 on the number line. So we write that as 4. But also, the absolute value of -4, it is still 4 digits away from 0. Therefore, it would equal 4 as well. So it's just a way in order to kind of account for this. But we can also, if we have x, we can also write plus or minus 4. Now this is where this is what we like. If we have plus or minus 4, instead of writing the absolute value, you can split it into two equations. We can split it into x equals -4 and x equals 4. We want to write and in there as well, because it does equal both. Now, let's take an example problem to make sure that you understand the information. So let's say we have x minus 3 squared equals 64. So, first thing that we want to do is we want to get a square root for this. So, if we take the square root of x minus 3 squared, and we take the square root of 64, because whatever you must do in algebra, we do one thing to one side, we have to do the same thing to the other. We would be left with x minus 3 being equal to plus or minus 8. Remember, we have the plus or minus because negative 8 squared equals 64, and 8 squared equals 64. And then this is the time where we could split it into two equations to find all of our x values. So x minus 3, we can set it to be negative 8, but x minus 3, we can set it to also be equal to positive 8. So we solve these regularly like any equation. If you add 3 to each side, x would be equal to negative 5. Sorry. You add 3 to both sides, x would be equal to 5. No, sorry, not 5, 11, my fault. They would equal both times, so you would want to use the conjunction and. This would be your final answer. We use this. This is important, and we'll write a star here, because this is one of the ways in which we can find the roots of a parabola, which we'll learn about later. Well, we've already learned about it, and I'm in the future. So, you can see this is how we would actually do this. Thank you for listening. It's been real. It's been fun. And yeah, let's hope that we bring home the dub on those exams. Let's get a good grade. That's what we gotta do. Thank you.